Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. So my name is CHUKS and you're on JFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program, for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, we'll start with today's news. Erling Haaland don't come as I call it talk about the title race, gonna talk about Arsenal and how they will take catch Arsenal. So Baba call the talk say they need to hunt down Arsenal from the top. You can say they see Arsenal for where they did for the top of the table, so they need to do everything possible to hunt them down because that place where Arsenal did. Now there with them one day get so and me I know say for their own dressing room they will discuss Arsenal every time. If Arsenal they play match, they will make sure sit and watch Arsenal to see how Arsenal go play. They pray make Arsenal draw points. Just like when themselves they play, Arsenal fans will watch and they pray make themselves do it, make them draw points. So it is expected and we just see how everything go. You see this title race of this season, it will go down the wire, it will go a very long way. Everybody go look who go first of all draw points between Arsenal and Man City, and whether Arsenal will draw points, then Man City go catch them. So we just see how everything they go. So away from that, so John knows where they predict for Sky Sports. Normal, the guy they always predicts every weekend. He go predict who and who go play, who and who go win. Can't give your own reasons again. So, but back they predict the match between Arsenal and Brighton. So you're gonna talk say Arsenal gets enough firepower to defeat this Brighton side because Brighton they very good. And don't forget say that McAllister where Arsenal won't sign. Arsenal they interested in signing. He plays for Brighton and the guy helped Argentina win the World Cup. But the match them play last, he don't really play. They rest time again. So they hope say by the match they go play against Arsenal, they go deploy him against us. Well, John knows we talk say Arsenal will win that match 1-0. So he will talk for Arsenal, but they go overcome and monitor the firepower where Arsenal gets. So we'll just watch because all of us know say that Brighton home is a very formidable ground. You know, easy to go there, go take points. And Brighton na side who sabi tiki taka, they sabi hold possession for the ball. Arsenal also na side who sabi dominate. Okay, so we'll just see how this game will go. It will be battle of the midfield. Now away from that, for those who know they are aware, so Leicester they prepare a new contract offer for Yuri Tillemans. So Brendan Rodgers they tell one BBC reporter Palmer say that the reason to give some kind of players contract offer and not just Yuri Tillemans, some other senior members of the team, and they want also sell some other 4 senior members of the team, people like Prayet, people like Soyuncu, and some other players like that, like Jose Perez. They won't sell all these guys because Rodgers they feel say they don't really buy players for the summer again. So now if they generally don't reach, they need to sell some people to buy because the owners don't really drop plenty money for them. So it is when you sell, you recoup some funds, then you bring incomings. So we just see how everything they go. I know say Arsenal they interested in signing Yuri Tillemans, but then Brendan Rodgers they talk say they don't want to sell the guy for January. They still get high hopes. So they still convince him, make him sign a contract extension because the guy get like 6 months left on his contract. So if he sign a contract extension, he will still stay for the Leicester City. But you just see how everything they go. Arsenal don't post condolence to Pele family, and you know say Pele don't die. Pele died at 82 years yesterday. Condolence message just dey ring everywhere. CNN first break and why I see the message before BBC, before some kind of media personalities. Everybody R.I.P. Pele, R.I.P. Pele. So Arsenal call the talk say them be host this guy for the Highbury Stadium he gets in 1981. He gets so they had the privilege of hosting him. I don't know the competition when they play that time, but they host him. So everybody just they drop condolence for the family because the guy now a real legend. I think he's the only one that won the World Cup 3 times in football history. He played for Brazil. He gets in with his teammates. He gets so in with World Cup. Among other people, they also they be good. So all those guys, Messi, Ronaldo, Maradona, and co. Maradona I think he died last year. So instead don't go join in friend for the great beyond, and we just say R.I.P. and may God grant the family the solace to bear this loss. Away from that, so Tomiyasu don't return to first team training. I watched the guy with the guy they train for training, they prepare against the match against Brighton. So we are very happy. At least our squad done the complete. So they wait for all those kind of Rhys Nelson and Gabriel Jesus to also come back from that injury. Yes, Zinchenko when they also get injured before, he played almost like 30 minutes or thereabouts for the last match. So we are expecting him to also maybe start against Brighton. Who knows? I don't know the lineup where Arteta will prefer against Brighton because Brighton are baller. You get them baller side. So that McAllister we go there for the wings for that TN side. So I don't know who go mark him for that angle because Trossard, 9 be the number 9. So most of the watch as the match will go. Amaukade say Arsenal they in pole position to sign Sergej Milinkovic-Savic of Lazio because this guy has 18 months left on his contract, and Calcio Mercato, maybe one of the media houses for Italia, they call it let us know say Lazio they feel say this guy if he no sign contract extension. So instead of the team go in contract going to run down enter the final year before you know may go out as a free agent, since they're ready to sell him if a reasonable offer comes in. At the same time, Savic on his own self. In the past, Arsenal won't go for him. He knocked down Arsenal down, say he no one join them. But now we say you don't see the potential where Arsenal gets. They are at the top of the EPL table, which is not an easy feat on his own. And they did 5 points above second place Manchester City. So the guy don't reconsider, say Ingo they willing to join them. And don't forget, in the past, once popular journalist for Italia come outside talk say if Arsenal offers a reasonable offer to Lazio, they go fit get Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. We'll just watch everything that is January. We'll see how things go move. Away from that, so Terra Deportes come outside and let us know say Arsenal the ask of the price of Moses Caicedo of Brighton. They say they go need to sign him, and you know so we look for a cover or competition for Thomas Partey. And this Moses Caicedo, the guy is very good. He's like an advanced or modern day N'Golo Kante, because N'Golo Kante now being model, now being icon. He gets the modeling game the way N'Golo Kante they play, and at the same player with Graham Potter self won't use probably replace N'Golo Kante, because N'Golo Kante is going to join Barcelona as a free agent. So they won't sign Moses Caicedo. Arsenal self they go for him. So Arsenal, from the look of things, the reason the guy matters. So they ask how much is this guy going to cost us if we want to buy him. So once Brighton don't reply them, if we don't do for the public domain, I will let you know. Then away from that, we call it here say Alexis McAllister, what we talk about for Brighton, say he could be on his way to Juventus, because Juventus they very interested in signing this guy. They like everything we do for the World Cup scene, so they want to sign him. And they say Arsenal be interested in him, and some of our legends, I think it was Repalo, we advised us say we could go sign this McAllister again. So I don't know whether na Juve go carry him last. Well, let's just see how things are going. But me, I don't think say Arsenal they even go for him at all, because we have people like Joao Felix in our side, we have people like Mikhailo Mudryk in our side. So what do we want to take this Alexis McAllister do again when we are getting all these kind of people? So it should be a no-brainer. So what does the say since they go? Our Fulham will prepare a bid for Cedric Soares, get in the midst of the interest of people like Bayer Leverkusen and Atletico Madrid. So nobody Fulham the reason the guy, and the guy is 31 years old. You know, really they play an integral role for Arsenal. Arsenal they look like a surplus to requirements player. So instead of languishing in the Benjamin, it makes sense someone will just send the guy out. They will go buy maybe Ivan Fresneda. That guy will play for Serie A. The guy did very well. I say Serie A will play for La Liga. The guy did very good. I think it's Valladolid that we in the place. If we Arsenal one sign out, the name don't escape from my head. Arsenal wanted to sign the guy. So if they sell Cedric Soares, they will bring Ivan Fresneda, because the guy is very young. And when you check our right back hierarchy, you go see say Ben White did there, Tomiyasu also did it, and Cedric Soares now be the third man in the pecking order. So I don't know how it go be. That's why the guy is very unhappy. He's not playing game time. We don't come up for Carabao Cup. We have only FA Cup remaining, so he don't really gets like space to express himself, and he don't the old. So make him come and go join another smaller club when he go feel they get more game time. Well, wish him all the best of luck. About the spirit that they call Fabrizio Romano don't come outside and let us know new updates about Mikhailo Mudryk. So Babaka don't say as of now, because he post this update at kind 5 a.m. Babaka don't say as of now, say there are no agreements in place between Arsenal and Shakhtar Donetsk for Mikhailo Mudryk, but they're still there in talks. They're still they discuss. We can see how this deal will go. And we never really get any updates on the 5 minutes call. Well, that matters in the next 5 minutes. We are expecting a call. That's their CEO, the Shakhtar Donetsk CEO. We never really hear anything. But according to Fabrizio, they never reach an agreement. They still talk. But in believe say agreements they come again. Maybe today, tomorrow. Don't be surprised. You hear say here we go. Arsenal have agreed the contracts. And this I can't take me back. I can't do more research this morning. Say make a date sure. Say the first bid will make for Gabriel Jesus to Man City. Did they accept it? I can't check, and lo and behold, Man City rejected our first bid, because I know that it is a normal standard procedure, just like the normal SOP. You say we send a contract and the offer, they go reject and say they just want to do shakara small. Again, maybe like say agree easily, maybe they say that they get more money from you. So now so Man City self own bid. So this one, for everybody to be mentioning it, it shows a lot of credibility in this news. It shows say whether we like it or yes, Arsenal will get this guy. If it take us more time, because But me, I know before January 10, I keep saying this, before January or January 9, because don't forget, say Shakhtar don't tell the Mudryk, say he go report to their Antalya camp by January 9. So I believe say before then, instead the guy will be reporting to the Emirates Stadium after he has done his medical to come and join the boys. That's what me I'm seeing. So we just keep it closer. If they fear about Mudryk, that's go sign up. But I don't fear again. This one, Shola will sign up. The Falari Balogun scored 2 times yesterday for their match against Rennes, because Reims played Rennes. Now this guy don't score 8 goals, score like 10 goals in his last 16 games. Come on, this guy will try for that Reims. They check the highest goal scorer apart from Mbappe and Neymar. This guy is the 3rd highest goal scorer for that France Ligue 1. They play very, very well. I'm very happy with his development. At least play very well. At the end of the day, maybe we'll give him more loan. Maybe go loan like maybe 2 times so that he will solidify in attacking prowess. Then at the end of the day, he comes back to Arsenal as a beast. That's what me I'm expecting. See the way Saliba come back after all in loan spell, like spending 3 years out, come back to Arsenal, hit the ground running. That's the same kind of prayer I pray for Falari Balogun. Flow, my nigga, we just come here. It's scatter sense. Amanda, now we're going to hear say Real Madrid don't insert one kind clause for that deal we then do with Arsenal on Odegaard. So they insert a first refusal. Say anytime in the nearest future, if Arsenal reason say okay, time don't reach for them to cut ties with Odegaard, see they won't sell him. You get say Real Madrid that go get the first refusal. Like they will go meet Real Madrid say, Alpha I want to sell this guy. You say Alpha I need them. If I don't need them, I'll go meet other people. Then if Real Madrid can't need them, that one don't mean say any price Real Madrid talk, then they go accept to. Now Arsenal will give their own valuation. Say okay, we won't sell this guy 70 million. Then if everybody, maybe Chelsea come now, Man City come, everybody come, we go first of all go to Real Madrid. Say Alpha, this one a nigga won't sell him 70 million. So now won't buy, I mean I don't want buy. That is what first refusal mean. So now me I just hear the news. Nobody knows that they insert anything like that. So that's why some people got to talk say in the future Odegaard is going to return to Real Madrid. Well, what do you see as they go? So if you know what yesterday, should check the top left corner of your screen. You'll see the thumbnail. Click and so that you get all Arsenal updates as they drop all over the world. So CHUKS signing out. Enjoy the rest of your day and get them out.